So hello everybody. Today I will be explaining about HTML programming and about its uses and how we can choose the best text editor for us for HTML editing, and also we will learn some basic tags about in HTML programming. All right, so today our table of contents are going to be these three topics, and let's begin with the first one. Now, first of all, what is HTML? HTML, well, it stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it has many features such as it allows the user to create and structure sections, paragraphs, headings, links, and block quotes for web pages and applications. And like when working with HTML, we can use simple code structures to mark up an entire web page. Now, and also choosing a text editor. And when we are writing HTML code, a word processor is generally not going to work very well. Word processors are designed for documents which are meant to be read by humans. So like HTML is meant to be read by the browsers. So we must write in something that is going to be read by a browser, right? So it uses a lot of syntax, formatting, and special characters which are generally not understood by users. And choosing a text editor, which is more specifically designed for writing HTML and is easy and efficient to use. And some examples of such text editors are Atom, Sublime Text, Microsoft Visual Studio Code, etc. And generally I am using Atom right now, so I would refer Atom to everybody who does programming, HTML programming. Now now we are talking about basic HTML tags. First of all, what are HTML tags? An HTML tag is commonly defined as a set of characters which make up a formatted command for a web page. At the core of the HTML, tags provide directions or recipes for making up a website, such as we need recipes for making up a cake, right? And then similarly, we need HTML tags for making up an HTML website. The first tag is the obvious HTML tag. All web pages start with the HTML tag or element. Like HTML element is also called the root element of the HTML code, because it's at the root of a tree which spread out to finally become a very good website. So to create an HTML element, first of all, you write this HTML tag over here, and then you after inserting other tags and other elements in, you can finally close off the HTML tag using this, which will be the final tag of your document. And everything else that you want in your web page goes between at the opening HTML tag and the closing HTML tag. Now, for the head tag, head element contains information about the web page, like they contain the metadata of a web page or the title of a web page, and there are many elements that we can put inside the head elements, such as a title so that you can denote the title of your web page, such as Imran's website or Chiranjeevi sir's website, etc. And link, which you can use to add style sheets, which are basically CSS formatted documents, which can be used to add style formatting in an HTML. And you can add favicons, so those are icons to your page. And metadata, like I mentioned earlier, like to specify certain things like character sets such as UTF-8, and page descriptions, like so that the website can recognize your page when it is searched. And page keywords, so that you can type certain keywords, and your website will be displayed by the search engines. And you can also have a script for like adding JavaScript code to the page if you want your website to look more professional. Now for the body tags, the body element appears after the head element in the page. It will contain every single content of the web page: navigation bar, headers, footers, text, images, videos, iframes, YouTube videos, etc. And all web pages have one single body element, with the exception of a frame set page, which contain frame elements instead. Thank you very much. Now I would like to display the software called Atom. Doctype.html is basically used to denote the type of the HTML document, and the HTML tags, like I mentioned before, are the head of the HTML documents and at the root of the HTML documents, and there are heads which are used to specify certain characters like meta and titles, links, and everything else. And these texts in orange are basically known as attributes for the tags, and they can be used to specify specific things of a certain tag. And suppose here the meta name attribute is used to describe the attribute is talking about. The content is used to describe what is the content of that attribute. And here are other things, like I mentioned earlier, style sheets for actually having a style formatting in HTML document. And you have your type about and this link tag is actually the linking this HTML document to another file in a CSS document. So this link is used to actually connect an HTML document with a CSS document. Otherwise, your for CSS formatting will not actually work in the HTML document. And after linking it, whatever code you type in the CSS will work in the HTML document too. And we have the type of this link, which is in our case text or CSS. And we have the href. Href is actually an attribute to denote a link to something, and this will be basically covered up when we do other classes. And we have here css/style.css, and style.css is actually our CSS document over here. And this is the body element where inside where other things go, such as we have let's say, what should we say, image src. This is used to denote what is the image source. And let me find an image over here. See, now we get back over here and we paste that, and it's a
.com written there.
.png file. So the .com is like it's just
file name,
the name of the
yeah.
And now after we save this, now we go back to the folder that we actually made the site in. And if you go to this HTML document, you can see we have an entire page of this HTML periodic table. So that's it for today, I guess. And I would definitely recommend Atom for its easy flexibility. So you can choose whichever text editor you like, but be sure that it's efficient for you to use and you feel it easy. Thank you for listening to my presentation.